I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good.
That's good, man. Got a little workout in early, huh?
Yeah, it was funny, like, it's one of Anthony's videos when he started working out at 5:30, got me to get going, so that's been getting up at like 6 every morning to work out.
Man, that's what's up. I'm gonna have to pass that on to him. Yes, sir. Hey, take a peek at the picture I just sent you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we found one, man.
Yeah, it looks good. This is unpolished.
Yes, and this is it's a guy who we are familiar with as far as transactions in the past. So trusted resource.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, so I'll send you Anthony's number now for the $2,000 deposit. I'll get you that invoice, and if you have any questions, call me, text me. I'm here.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, talk to you later.
All right. Thanks so much.
You're
Talk to
welcome.
you
Bye bye.
Marco, do you even see this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you open it?
A little bit.
So no.
You took a peek at the bottom down there. You see this? This is what he meant.
I lifted the little bottom there and I said, oh, yeah, that's this all the way up. Cool.
Bro, this is cool.
Where are we hanging out?
It's fuck, you're not hanging this, it's too heavy. Oh my god, this is heavy.
That's what you work out for.
Jeez, I know, right?
Alright, let's see, what do we have here? Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so it's older. 2020 old card. Green Daytona. Coming in on selling? What do you say for consignment?
He said around 85, 86.
Cool. Sounds about right. I actually might have a buyer for it. Matt, we miss you. Please come visit us sometime.
He was here yesterday, jackass.
Fuck, I missed you, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
Good, man. Good. Hey, yeah, like, let me just, like, resonate this, quick. So, seems like I left, like, I bought the watch from you guys and everything, and we talk a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like, it just sparked up my brain, and then just been thinking and analyzing and I see, like, okay, what can we make this happen? How can we, or, like, you guys, like, use your platforms, your massive following, and then all the cool stuff that you guys do, and joining that into more of the food service industry.
That's
Okay,
interesting.
I've
I've had ideas. I think we talked last time you were here. You know, just as a concept in the future, like one day of opening up a coffee shop that kind of doubles as a boutique for like very specific watches. It doesn't even have to be like expensive watches. It could say like the theme of the coffee shop could be like really high quality vintage pieces that are like from the 50s and 60s that the average user can buy into, that are like manual wines, and like they kind of tie into the whole coffee persona. I remember you were like, we were chit-chatting and brainstorming because you do the whole coffee shop thing up in, is it Minnesota? Wisconsin. Is it Milwaukee?
Yeah, it's look, we have in Madison. We're opening in Milwaukee next year.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so yeah, no, it'd be cool to like come see your operation, kind of get an understanding how it all works. You know, maybe discuss one day, you know, maybe discuss even opening up a coffee shop down the road as a concept.
And that's kind of like
Since
the concept that I was trying to bring. I think that it can be a good concept on opening something around you guys' brand and Anthony's name, especially because like in most of your videos, like you show like clips of food and stuff like that. I think that like it can really have like a good impact, especially in the area that you guys are. You know, that is Texas.
Right. Well, the first thing is first. I mean, right now our biggest focus is getting our business tidied up before we could even discuss other ventures.
Yeah.
But it still would be a fun, you know, like video per se to come out, check you guys out, do some social media stuff, just kind of like, you know, overall present yourself with some watches, and we could, you know, shoot the shit that way for now and put this in the kind of in our back pocket. Huh? Hey, let me call you back. Okay, bye. Damn, Malcolm. God, you guys said 3. Oh, God. They caught us with our pants down. Yeah, you guys, they said 3, but that's what I told them. I just called to verify you guys were coming today, sitting there. The lady said, yeah, they're coming. I was like, cool. That's all I need to do.
I mean, we can come back at 3. I can leave you all the supplies.
Yeah, we need to come back.
Oh, can you come back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
I can leave
best.
you all everything.
Perfect.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks, sir.
No problem.
All right. So. Don't get. Okay. Sorry, we can't have the investor on the phone or on the camera. Malka showed up earlier than we expected, so now we're gonna rush to get all of this stuff packed up the right way, so we can protect these boxes because the lids don't lock down on them. The last time we shipped stuff, luckily the box is locked in because it was just kind of thrown all around. So I'm gonna go buy some stuff that we can take in each of these boxes individually and then wrap them together to protect them all. Liz, are you sweeping?
Yeah, close that door. Sorry, it's really distracting.
Go Team Liz. Go Team Liz. Good job, Liz.
Michael Scott over here. Really awkward. All right, guys, I've got a watch review for you guys. Before we get started, when you guys think subs and you guys think 6-digit, what do you guys think? Ceramic, new case, maybe the updated one too. Well, I got something really cool, and it's a throwback to what I like, vintage. It's the only 1980 6-digit reference 168000. This is a transitional watch, and we're gonna review it. Bam. So as you guys know, this is a very exciting watch. This is probably one of the rarest subs, believe it or not, made. It's not as rare as the early 50s, 60s stuff, but for the 80s, this is probably as rare as it gets. Very transitional. They only made this watch for roughly 6 months. And what makes this watch really, really unique is it is a 6-digit reference made for 6 months back in 1987. So what is really unique about that is this is, man, you just cannot find these watches. They're really rare. And when you find them with box and papers, it's even more rare. I see a lot of these come through from time to time over the years, but I've never seen a full set. Ever. And this is the first time I've seen one complete with the original hang tag, the papers, all the correct booklets, and that surprisingly great shape. So what's really, really cool, guys, is if you're a watch collector, buy stuff like this. Buy stuff you're not, used to seeing. If you guys see 16800s, those are very, very common, especially with, with the gloss dials. The matte dials are very transitional as well. You'd probably see about a 3 to 4 year run with those. But right here, this is the one to stash away. When you pull the band on one of these and you look at the serial number and the reference number, everything would look normal except for this part. There's just that extra 0. That's where the fun kicks in when collecting. It's just knowing that extra 0 is there, knowing that you have a 6-digit reference watch that otherwise would be a modern watch with ceramic and new upgraded cases and so forth. But this guy, that's awesome. And but here's the interesting thing: they don't put it on the papers. They still call it a 16800 on papers, and still call it it's again, nothing is reflecting the 8000 part except for the case. So just thought what's up? Do you have questions, Harvey?
Yeah, I got a question.
What's going on?
So how do you know someone didn't just engrave a 0, extra 0?
Okay, I did that last night. I don't know why you're ruining it for the viewers. I was trying to make it interesting, but you just ruined it. Well, that's a good question. Typically, the way we know it's not engraved is by the serial number, because this era of serial number is what calls for 168,000. That's a 1987 very transitional serial. You see it from 92 to 9697 roughly. That's where you start to see the reference. Then after this reference became the 16610 16610 R serial. And I have seen some very, very, very early on 16610s with a 9 million serial. So it's very, very rare, but they're out there. Buy stuff that's rare. Don't buy stuff that's just mass produced that looks the same as the next thing. If you're buying vintage stuff, buy stuff that's just so limited, or extremely mint watches are also great to collect. This is the time to really start stowing away those type of watches. So
another question: what does something like this go for?
Interesting. So a typical full set sub now these days, let's say a 16610, they could be had for 11, 12,000. This particular one can be found on our website for 14,000. Again, it's a very, very good buy. It's not much more than what you're going to typically spend on something that you can commonly find anywhere. And this is going to set your watch collection apart.
Hello.
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, good. I was actually just doing a review on your 000.
Oh, cool. What do you think about it, man? I mean, it's
Pretty sick watch. I was just explaining to the viewers how rare this is and how awesome they are. That it's a 6-digit reference from 1987. It's the only 6-digit reference that existed in that time period when when it should have been a 5-digit reference. So it's just
Yeah, and
it's an
I think
oddity.
they only made them for like
6 months.
yeah, something like that, right? So like
Yeah.
when I bought it, I sort of thought it was like, oh, it's the gem. This thing's gonna go like skyrocket at some point, and it probably still will. I just don't know when that'll happen.
It's a sleeper, and they're trading
Yeah.
over what a normal 16/16 subset would go for. So I was just kind of explaining, like, a typical 16/610 complete are going for, anywhere between 10 and 11,000, maybe 12,000 for really nice sets. This should go for around 14.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I think that watch, 10 years from 15 years from now,
who
the
knows?
vintage watches we all love are going to be, these will be vintages at some point, right?
I mean, they're vintage now in a sense. I mean, 87, that's pretty old.
Yeah, for sure. I was just typing a long text to you, but basically the short answer of it is there any way for AD to track a watch? I mean, obviously, it's going to be published with a serial number online. I mean, you have to be by serial number, so there's really no way that, like, with these big websites, things, you're not inputting serial numbers, are you? That they
Oh,
could
absolutely not. Man, don't even get me started on that, please. No, we would never put out anybody's serial numbers for any watch except for this vintage one. I want to ruin your 80 status from 1987. You got anything else interesting?
What's that?
I said, do you have anything else interesting?
Not for you guys. I've got some big pilots and panoramas and things, but I mean, the only reason I'm sort of even interested in selling that one is I just don't fucking wear it, and I look at it every day and I love it, but it just sits there, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.